got mine, I can't remember. Finally, I'm so pleased, and I'm smiling, I'm grinning from ear to ear, and I'm not going to talk but just for a minute, but I do want to thank 3 people, and I think one of them just left. Dr. Walter Evans read a poem of mine many years ago called Theodosia. And it was a long poem about Theodosia Burr and her loneliness. And he suggested that possibly I move from the poems and write a book about a lonely woman. And that's how Roxy was born. So I want to thank Wally Evans, who I think just had to leave. The next person I want to thank is this lady here who supported me, made me feel so special all those years when I was writing nothing and producing nothing. All the big flash of the Random House and the movie making stopped, and everybody that I would see said, when's the next one coming out? When's the next one coming out? You'll hear that a lot, you writers. Actually, the first question that I was ever asked when the first book came out was, when's the next one coming out? And you're about to drop dead for working 10 years on that one. But anyway, thank you so much, Lily, for always making me feel wanted, needed, and special during the times when you start to doubt yourself again. And the third person I want to bring up the memory of is our wonderful Dr. Charles Willick. He taught a continuing education course called Writing Poems and Stories. In that class, which a middle-aged housewife who thought she had lost her chance while raising her children and was too intimidated to come to real college, but signed up for that continuing education course. And in that course, we all sat around the table and talked about how could we figure out a way to meet some real writers. I'd never met a real writer. I didn't think you could be one. And through that conversation in that class, Sandhills Writers Conference was born. We thought if somebody could find a way to raise money, we could actually invite a real writer to come here. And that was the beginning of the Sandhills Writers Conference. And that's how it was eventually discovered, as many others were. And this is to continue that tradition. It's very important. And Charles Willick was just the one. He made it happen, and we had us a writers conference. So thank y'all so much. I'm so thrilled about this, and I'd be glad this is a room of people who come to a writers conference. If you want to ask me a couple of questions, that's fine with me. I don't want to take Lucinda's time here. I haven't had a chance to speak to her yet, but if anybody has a couple of questions, I'd be glad to answer.